sharing a really good video from Blue Collar Logic on YouTube.
We can stop fascism. We are at a point where we can, this is a crossroads, it's an existential crossroads, and we are people who can help determine which way humanity goes. What a great gift, what a tremendous opportunity. We're just so lucky. We have to use it with every ounce of intelligence and courage and wherewithal we have, because you're absolutely right. This is it. This is it. And you know, I just think COVID is God's gift to the left.
Maybe Jane Fonda is God's gift to the right. And what I mean by that is that she's dumb enough to say what we know Democrats believe. They're happy that a disease is killing Americans, and they look at it as a gift from God. We keep telling you all about the left, but some of you just don't get it. They wanted 2 million of us to die. That's who the left are. In every place the left have taken control, it's led to people dying, and that's okay with them because it's all for the greater good. Her argument is that this pandemic has exposed Donald Trump for who he is. He's a fascist dictator wannabe. He's like Hitler, she tells us. Of course, there's never been any proof of Trump acting like a fascist, and it's obvious because they use things like Trump gave a speech from a balcony, and so did Mussolini, and that somehow makes him a fascist. This pandemic has actually done the opposite of what Fonda says. It's exposed Democrats as being fascistic. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti ordered the power and water services to private homes be shut off because they had large gatherings. And he even deployed city workers and volunteers to find businesses that are disobeying his orders. And he set up a website for people to snitch on businesses that are open when they're not allowed to be. Governor Whitmer of Michigan threatened consequences for any health professional that gives hydroxychloroquine to anyone for COVID-19. And the Democratic governor of Rhode Island ordered that anyone entering Rhode Island from New York State by any means of ground transportation must provide personal information to authorities and self-quarantine for 14 days. There are so many examples of the fascistic left to talk about, but I think you get the point. Now let's go back to why Jane Fonda said that COVID is a gift from God. Of course it's because she thinks it'll help get Joe Biden elected. But why does she want Democrats in power? Because she wants the left to be able to control our lives. With more power, she thinks the left can save the planet from climate change. And if you're a person who wants to choose how to live your own life, what we've seen from Democrats in 2020 should scare the heck out of you. And it should provide you with an understanding of the kinds of things they're going to do once they get enough power and scare enough people about climate change. The number of deaths related to COVID have been inflated. There's no question about that. And they have been to blame Donald Trump and to get him out of office. A lot of people who don't believe that will say, but what about all the countries around the world? Are they also lying to hurt Trump's chances of being reelected? Actually, yeah. Many are doing it for the same reason. And it's not just about Trump, but he is the most powerful man in the world, and he stands in their way. If the left want worldwide power, they need an American president who will go along with their far left agenda. Just look at the Great Reset being pushed by the World Economic Forum. It's the international organization for public-private cooperation that engages the foremost political, business, and cultural leaders of society to shape global, regional, and industry agendas. You see, Donald Trump won't take part in that nonsense. He puts America first. That doesn't work for the left because they have to have control of the whole world to see their vision achieved. And that's why they're happy that COVID-19 has given them the opportunity to take us further left. Here's what the World Economic Forum says about this opportunity. Quote, as we enter a unique window of opportunity to shape the recovery, this initiative will offer insights to help inform all those determining the future state of global relations, the direction of national economies, the priorities of societies, the nature of business models, and the management of global commons. Drawing from the vision and vast expertise of the leaders engaged across the forum's communities, the Great Reset Initiative has a set of dimensions to build a new social contract that honors the dignity of every human being. Unquote. That all sounds fine and dandy, but they're basically saying that capitalism as we know it is bad and a communist system more like China's is preferred. Here's the founder of the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, in his own words.
And of course, here China, in this new geopolitical and geoeconomic context, plays an enormous role. So it was very appropriate to invite the president to join us, and he, as the leader of the country, to talk to us about the future's engagement of China in global affairs and the leadership role China will assume in determining or constructing our global future.
Now, Joe Biden has recently started talking tough on China, but don't let that fool you. He helped them get into the World Trade Organization, which eliminated millions of American jobs. Donald Trump is trying to fix the problems that Joe and the corrupt political establishment have created. He wants to put America first, and that's the reason they hate him so much. And it's the reason they're scaring us to death about COVID-19 and climate change. And it's why they support civil unrest and letting violent criminals out of jail. They want chaos because that provides an opportunity for them to gain control of our country and the world. They're going to use climate change like they've used COVID as a reason to shut down businesses, restrict our travel, and lock us in our homes, and so on. That's their new normal, for them to control our lives in the name of saving the world. I'm afraid that this election comes down to a choice between us deciding America's fate or giving that decision to globalists who want to put China at the head of the table. And that's the simple truth. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to become a supporting member of Blue Collar Logic, click on the link in the description and give what you can.
Okay, thanks for watching that here.